This is actually crazy. This is history in the making. You know, first stage production, I guess, Avallum, was something that it was kind of a risk, in my opinion. It was a very, very risky thing, right? Because I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't even know it was a thing. It was really thanks to Cass that I was able to come across first stage production. And when I first saw it, I really was not going to give it a chance. I didn't think it was like, you know, it was the right thing. I was at a point where I was about to just, I wouldn't say give up, because I would never want to give up. I would say more like, put a pause on my dreams. Actually, you know, try to find something else to do in the meantime. Because you know how life is, right? Sometimes you can't do what you want to do, and you have to like, kind of like start taking some side quests so that you can support yourself, right? So I was at that point where like, it was my last breath, right? Before I don't know, I went somewhere else and not join Avallum. And at the time I was just gaming like every now and then, you know, I'm playing some games with Cass, like on the weekends, because usually he would be like, you know, doing his drill sergeant or whatever things he did, right? So usually we would be able to play on the weekends. So we would get to play and talk and like send memes and stuff like that, usually like once a week or twice a week sometimes. And then he suddenly sent me like this, like, oh my god, wait, look at this. These are auditions for a new company that's first stage production. And I'm like, yeah, that looks kind of sus though. I never heard of them. Of course I never heard of them because, you know, it's new. So I was like, yeah, I don't know, like, you know, right now I'm like kind of struggling, and I don't think I have the time to like put so much, you know, effort and work into like auditioning and stuff like that. And he was like, well, I might try it, so, you know, if you wanna, I think you should try it, Cass told me. And I was like, well, I'll think about it. Let me know how yours goes and stuff. You know, he did his audition, and then like 2 to 3 days passed, I think. And I really gave it like a big thought, and I was like, oh, so did you apply? And Cass was like, yeah, I already sent my stuff. And I was like, oh wow, that was really fast. And then he asked me if I did apply. I was like, no, I'm still thinking about it. Like, I don't really know. I don't really, like, I'm not convinced, right? And then he was like, I mean, like, you don't lose anything, right? Like, might as well. And I was like, right, yeah, I guess I don't lose anything if I just, like, try. And then I did it, I guess. I did it. I gave it a try. I really didn't, I guess it wasn't really, like, a big risk kind of thing. I do have to say that at the beginning, you know, it was very rough, because I don't think I've ever said this before, but I had a job. I had a job before I joined FSP, right? And it's kind of crazy how things work. It really is kind of crazy. I lost my job. Like, I was fired from my job. Like, this is like a personal thing, right? It's very personal. I really was fired like 2 weeks before debut. And I was like, I'm so fricked, man. I am so fricked. No. It was a really bad time. And like, I don't know if you guys know or have heard about this, but like debut week, the prior 2 weeks plus 2 weeks after debut are the busiest weeks ever, because you have to do a lot of preparations, a lot of rehearsals, you know, stream, all of that. It was very scary. And I told the boys, like, yeah, I lost my job, so yeah, I don't know what to do. And now I'm trapped here. You know, what if, like, I don't know, what if it doesn't go well? You know, what if, I don't know, what if it doesn't work out? Like, what do? I don't know if I'll have time for streaming. And I just went with it, to be honest. You know, that's when I say that I took a big risk. I just went with it, and I was like, well, you know, I'll just do my thing, I guess, and see what happens. And thankfully, it ended up working out, you know? Thanks to your guys' support, I can be here every day, and I can stream every day, and worry about just making you guys happy. Also chasing my dreams, like, you know, doing music and streaming, playing games, you know, sharing all of my hobbies, my interests, my goals, and all of that with you guys. So I'll always be forever grateful for you guys' support, because I don't know where I would be if it weren't for you guys, honestly. And you know, I set myself a goal that I wanted to create or form or bring a community together, right? Of a very, very loving community, something that's like irreplaceable and so strong, so powerful that it would never fall apart. And I think in a year and a half, we have done that. You know, going through like rough times or a lot of stones or boulders, I guess. I think we've done that. We have perfected the community and reinforced it. 3, 2, whoo! 1! Yeah! We did it! Let's go! Let's freaking go! Woo! Let's go! 100K! Finally. 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 100K. I can't believe it.